What does it mean when she says she needs a deep emotional connection? She says she wants me to be vulnerable. Sounds like a trap. Yeah, you're right. It's absolutely a trap. Sorry, man. I have to tell you the truth. Like women don't want soft, vulnerable men. They don't want a pussy. They already have them. Okay. They want a strong, virtuous, competent man that can figure things out. Usually, this soundbite, whether they believe it or not, is probably coming through culture, through Hollywood, through musical tastes that they listen to, the crap on the radio, the podcast, all of that nonsense. Even therapists, like I had a female therapist on, in the last month, is basically telling guys they need to be more vulnerable. They need to lean into their inner child and fix their wounds and all that sort of stuff and blah, blah, blah. You guys can go watch that one. It's about 4 weeks back, maybe. But the truth of the matter is women don't respond to that. And until women start to respond to guys that are more vulnerable and softer and kind of sort of guys, sweeter and all that sort of, like buying her chocolates and flowers all the time. Until women respond positively to that, if you want good results, you don't give them that. You have to identify what they respond positively to and then give them that, or deny them, things that create havoc in your life. So the whole notion, like anytime you hear be vulnerable you got to be more vulnerable. You want to wear your heart on your sleeve and show me your emotions a little bit more, Rich. I want to see you cry. My dudes, the last thing a chick wants is for you to come home from work and complain about how shit traffic was, what a meanie your boss is, and how Brenda from HR hurt your feelings today with her review. They don't want to hear any of that crap. They want a champion. They want a winner. They want a guy that's competent, that can figure it out. They don't want a vulnerable pussy. They say they want that, and then they go off and they fuck Mr. Exciting. So if you want your girl to go off and bang Chad, be vulnerable, be soft, be compliant, be agreeable, give her all that crap that she wants, go to marriage therapy counseling sessions and all that stuff, instead of putting down your foot and saying no. Saying no is probably more than sufficient for dealing with many of these things that you're contemplating. Like I said, go back and watch the video from last week and be more like Larry. Larry, again, will be criticized for not saying yes to anything. But the fact of the matter is he's always on his terms. And if women aren't in his frame, then he basically looks at it like, well, if you're not going to cooperate, that's fine. No problem. There's more coming. And there always is. It's just a reality of things. So yes, Wallace, it is a trap. Don't be soft. Don't be vulnerable. Be a man. Okay. And I'm not saying that in a condescending way, but she wants a man, right? She can't expect you to fix a flat tire when that shit happens. She can't expect you to fight off the bad guy if he breaks into your house and you have to defend the family. She can't expect you to be strong and resourceful in difficult situations and resilient to the point where you can introduce solutions to difficult problems. She can't expect you to do all of these things and also be a soft pussy. It's like one or the other. Do you want a strong guy that has it figured out? Or do you want another vagina in your house, basically? They can't have it all ways. And that's okay. You guys probably heard me last week when I was talking to a fellow named Jack, I think was his name. And it's like, women oftentimes try to do the build a better beta thing, make concessions, give me this, give me that, or stop doing that sort of thing. And, sometimes the very things that she wants you to stop doing or to start doing aren't actually good for the relationship. Sometimes the very things that you're doing that she doesn't like can often be good for the relationship. And identifying those things and continuing to do them despite whinging, whining, or crying is what is needed in situations like that. And in some cases, guys, through the screening process or through the testing process, you can, no, I'm not dealing with that. Sorry, bye. Go. It's okay. And you'll be okay doing that because you have optionality, because you have other options, because you're high value, because you've tested yourself, because you're attractive and you've leveled up in every way that you possibly can. If you aren't there, then you're more likely to put up with the bullshit. You're more likely to listen to just be more vulnerable and be deep and emotional Don't do that. You're better off being more like Larry. Trust me on that one. What else we got here? Genuine burning desire. I made a note for that. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.